Before the suits, before the fame, before the stories people tell today, there was fear. In the late 1800s, in the dark industrial streets of Birmingham, a name began to spread in whispers. The Peaky Blinders. They weren't legends yet. They were young, angry, raised in poverty and surrounded by smoke, factories, and violence. Life in those streets didn't offer choices, only survival. And they chose control. At first, they were just a group of street boys. Petty thefts, fights in alleys, small crimes that barely caught attention. But what made them different wasn't what they did. It was how they did it. They dressed sharper than anyone around them. Flat caps pulled low, long coats, clean boots. Even in a world of dirt and struggle, they stood out. Not just as criminals, but as something more. They wanted to be seen and feared. As their reputation grew, so did their power. They began taking over local betting shops, controlling small territories, and intimidating anyone who stood in their way. Violence became their language. Fast, brutal, public. People started avoiding certain streets at night, not because they were dangerous, but because they belonged to the Peaky Blinders. No one knows exactly where the name came from. Some said it was the way they blinded their enemies. Others said it was just the sharp peak of their caps casting shadows over their eyes. But the truth didn't matter. The name alone was enough. Police tried to stop them. Raids, arrests, pressure. But the gang always seemed to slip through. Because they weren't just individuals anymore. They were an idea. A symbol of power in a place where power didn't exist. But nothing lasts forever. As years passed, new gangs rose. More organized. More dangerous. The world was changing, and the Peaky Blinders were no longer the biggest threat. Their influence faded. Their names slowly disappeared from the streets. Until it became just a story. A rumor. Something people weren't sure was ever real. But sometimes, late at night, when the streets of Birmingham go quiet and the shadows stretch a little too far, some say you can still feel it. Not the gang, not the men, but the presence they left behind. Because fear doesn't disappear. It just waits. And in certain corners of the city, it still wears a flat cap,